Hi everyone. In this video, I wanted to discuss which morph of the Arc ult is better for PvE, specifically vet trials, but it can be applied to other PvE content such as dungeons. First, let's go over the morphs and what they do. The first one being is the Tide King's Gaze. This morph increases the beam duration by 2 seconds, lasting a total of 8 seconds, and will follow the target and search for a new one if the target is slain. Now, this already sounds very appealing for a lot of people. In fact, I see this one often, and it shocks me because I really believe that many people just don't really understand how the other, much better morph works. The second morph is the Languid Eye, which applies a snare to the enemy, but more importantly, it increases the beam's damage by 7% every half a second for 6 seconds. Now, my math might not be the most accurate, but this means that at that minimum, it will get a 35% increased damage boost for the duration. That is a crazy amount, especially for the burst opening phases. And just to show you how strong this morph is compared to the other one, I did multiple mini tests on the trial dummy using only the ult with the buff the dummy gives, and I only had 3 cruxes when starting both fights. Now, across multiple fights, the highest I've gone with Tide King's Gaze was 37k over 8 seconds, while the other morph did 61k over 5 seconds. I consistently kept seeing the Languid Eye pull almost double the amount of the Tide King's Gaze across these fights. And to show you how cracked this ult is further, with buffs and debuffs from your group, I'll go over one of the burst phases I did with my Arc in one of my groups on Boss hard mode. As you will see, over the course of 9 to 10 seconds, my single target reached 177,000 while using the Languid Eye. If I was doing Deadly Coral, I honestly would have achieved way higher, but Boss is a very heavy cleave fight, so Azure Blight will work best dealing with the ads. Now some of you may ask, but what if the boss moves? A few answers I have for you is that you can actually press the ult button again within 2 to 3 seconds and it will move to wherever you aimed at. A second solution is that realistically, you really won't be in many situations that will involve the boss moving, unless your tank is just that scared to stand still like they should be, or you're in a training run where y'all just figuring things out and boss might move. There's also in Cloud Rest where the boss teleports. Now, by now, I assume you should have the How to Cloud Rest add-on or similar that will give you the timer for when the boss is about to move. So I recommend you use that to your advantage and ult accordingly with that timer. Overall, I think the Tide King's Gaze is way better for PvP since it follows the player and that you are trying to take down. But for PvE, it really does get destroyed by the other morph, so I highly recommend you swap to the Languid Eye for trials and other PvE content. Now, if you do have any questions, please let me know in the comments. I will do my best to answer them. I hope you have a good one.